there's something else coming that I can share, that you guys are going to be watching, or I'm going to be recording for this channel, and it's going to be much more in depth because, all right, welcome back to Tommensense Motors. So today what I wanted to talk about is kind of give another update about my vehicle. So what's been happening is I got this massive list of things I want to get done on the vehicle. However, what ends up happening is that I don't have the funds for it. So I have to just kind of keep wishing and hoping and making sure that everything kind of adds up financially. And as it stands right now, there are a couple of things upcoming that need to get done. It's not a question of whether or not it can or should. It needs to get done so that the vehicle can run. So one of them being, and I got a list here of the things that I want done or should get done, so I'll share that list with you guys here right away. And as you can see, this list is comprised also because of the fact that I went to BMW Edmonton. I brought the car, drove there and back. So for those of you that don't know, I live about 5 hours north of Edmonton. So that is at least a 10-hour drive. Now, it was over a course of a few days because we actually did have my wife's photography business happening at the same time. So it worked out. It was a business trip anyways. And it was the first time I ever drove Helga that far. And so, not that it was scary. You kind of drive around town and you're... know the vehicle is good, but you just don't know how it's going to react after, a 4 to 5 hour drive, consistently driving. So it was a little nerve-wracking. And as you guys will see, this is what BMW did. They had I had to get an inspection. Well, okay, let's be totally transparent. I did not need the inspection. What I needed was the recall parts that happened for my vehicle. So the recalls were done for free. Now, obviously, when I was there, I wanted some sort of peace of mind because, BMWs and, my vehicle's nearly 20 years old, got 200, almost 60,000 kilometers on it. Yes, it's an N52, so it's much better than certain other engines, but it's one of those situations where I just wanted them to have a look at it. So it wasn't the 350 point check, but it was overall kind of like a 10,000 foot overview of how the vehicle's doing. So there were some issues at the start, but as you guys will see in this video and these clips, this is what BMW had a look at.
This is your passenger side rear tire, and I was just checking the wires and I noticed that this is the brake wear sensor wire, has been rubbing against the drive shaft, and I could literally see the wires, but it looks fine. Thank you. Good afternoon, my name is Ify and I'll be working on your car today. Let's see what's going on under the car. No muffler, this is your passenger side rear tire, lots of treads, suspension looks good. The rear diff is good. Driver side rear tire, lots of treads, suspension looks good. Lots of brake pads. We have lots of oil leak going on over here. This is your right up top, that little right over here, it's your shifter seal is leaking, so is your oil pan. I have to remove the skid plate because I saw oil leak over here, even though this is being sealed with silicone. It's supposed to be gasket. And this is your power steering line. It's right there, it's leaking. What happens is this banjo bolt is supposed to have two washers, one over here, one up top. And it looks like the top one is missing. And driver's side front tire. Lots of treads. Suspension looks good. Lots of brake pads. So does passenger side front. Lots of brake pads. Tire is good. Suspension looks good. And it's being scanned for the check engine light and ABS light. Thank you very much.
The shifter seal. So the shifter seal does need to be replaced. There's no doubt about it. Now what I ended up doing was, instead of getting it replaced in Edmonton because it was going to be 3 hours and shop rate of BMW isn't the most competitive, what I did is I booked an appointment for next month, not locally because, again, BMW, I'm 5 hours from Edmonton, so anyways, that is booked. Now I did buy the BMW part, the seal itself. It's $35. So I was gonna do it myself, and then I realized, I honestly don't want to tackle it. There could be a lot that goes wrong. Don't want to deal with it later. So that's booked. The other thing that needs to get done is I need my windshield replaced. It's at a point right now where the crack is right down the middle, as you guys can see. So it's one of these situations where it just needs to get done. And the winter's coming and all that other kind of stuff. So if I can have those two jobs done by the winter, I'm happy. And those are not going to cost me that much. They're not expensive. They're not, again, these are maintenance things that need to get done. That's all it really comes down to. That's where I'm at right now. Hopefully my business and some other things will work out during the next few months, and then I can start to purchase some of the things that need work. So these are the things that needed work, and I did fix already. So here's my list. So the driver's side speaker. I took off the door card, and the back of the speaker was totally gone. So I had to get a new speaker. Went and bought some cheap, well, not cheap, I guess. Cheap's the wrong word. Cost-effective speakers and an adapter kit. And it works now. I have sound. And I also realized that the speakers in the rear, the one in the rear also had the same problem. So although the magnetic part to the speaker was actually just falling off, so I glued it back. Speakers work. I got sound in the car. Nothing aftermarket. It's not crazy, or it's essentially stock. That's done. AC line. You guys saw I had a leak when I went down to Edmonton. I was very fortunate that at one of the wreckers, I found an AC line for my vehicle. Was it identical? No, but it was very close. So I just, a little bit of finagling and a little bit of movement, and lo and behold, I got AC in my car again. So I got heat. Now it sounds like my AC pump needs replacing as well. But that's a different story, and we're not going to talk about it because it's not that important. I just wanted to make sure that it was working. Bought a seat on Marketplace, and now it works. So I think I paid like $80 for the seat. And all of these things are happening. I should have prefaced this with saying all of these things are happening when there's a business trip going down to Edmonton. I'm not going out of my way just to drive down for a seat, or I'm not going out of my way just for an AC line. As you guys can tell, there's a lot of small little things that have gone wrong with my car that if I was in a big city and I lived in a big city, I probably would have had this done, right? So I am taking the time to stockpile, to make sure I have a list, and every time there's an opportunity to go to Edmonton for business, I take that opportunity. So what needs to get done? Valve cover, as you guys saw, that still needs to be done. the shifter seal, the rear door. I think the motor's gone. So window went down. It wouldn't go back up. So now I just put the window back up and it's locked on the driver's side there, so nobody can access it again. I'll figure that out. It's not obviously that important. I don't think there's ever been a fluent flush. So, and it's a manual transmission. I know they say you probably shouldn't do it, but I still would like to do that eventually. Oil pan gasket. When BMW says you got to get one done, you should probably get one done. Although the leak isn't that bad, so that might wait. But then there's other things I need along with that, like a Valvetronic electric shaft, sensor replacement kit. Yeah, there's other things that happen with that, but that's also with the valve cover. So those are going to happen probably next year. I got the ABS sensor figured out, although it's now reading that my rear left tire is going the opposite direction than on my other tires, but no ABS lights. Got an alignment done, got my tires finally. I got squeaking now when I stop, so I know that's going to be brakes eventually, but it's still not horrible. So that's where I'm at, guys. The vehicle right now is able to drive daily. Is it what I want still? No. Am I fine with what I have? Yes. What can I say? I got very lucky with the engine that I chose, that I didn't even know I was choosing. Only later find out that N52 engine is one of the best ones BMW has ever built. There are performance mods and things I want to look into eventually. But again, as you guys can tell, I need to stock up. I need to make sure that I can get to Edmonton and make it profitable and make it a worthwhile trip. I'm not going to drive 10 hours just to pick up a part that, I can get, just to go and get it, because that doesn't make any sense financially, first of all, and secondly, it'd be irresponsible. That's the way I look at it. So it's been a while, right, since every video. There is something exciting that's happening, and you'll see that in the next video coming up. I should have mentioned this at the start, so I'll mention it now. There's something else coming that I can share, that you guys are going to be watching, or I'm going to be recording for this channel, and it's going to be much more in depth because it's another vehicle, which I'm going to go pick up this Saturday in Edmonton. So it's a project car that's coming, and pretty excited about that. So see you guys in the next one.